Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. I'm the Introverted Reader, and today's video is gonna be my January TBR. I might be biting off a bit more than I could chew for January, but the last few Januaries, like over the last few years, like even though that month really sucks and it feels like it drags on for about 84 years, I do tend to do a lot of reading. So I have some books here that I hope to get to. If I don't get to them all, whatever, that's fine. But let's hydrate. Cheers. Oh, and Happy New Year, by the way. Happy 2024. So let's get this started. So let me see. Okay, so the books that I currently have sitting on my bedside table over there are The Beautiful by Renee Audier. This is a reread for me. I finally have all the books in the series, so I'm doing a reread of it so I can complete it. I am actually almost done with this. I'm actually flying through it. It's about our main character, Celine, and she is fleeing Paris to New Orleans to start a new life. And then she gets to New Orleans, and there's a lot of mysterious goings on in the city of New Orleans. And it's beautifully written. Like, the city of New Orleans itself just feels like another character within the story. And I'm super excited to finish this off and continue on with my reread of the series. So there's that. And on my Kindle, I have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. And all I know about this is our main character. What's her name? What is her name? I cannot remember. I can't remember the main character's name. I'm terrible with character names. I'm so sorry. But yeah, she has an interesting affinity with death, and she can't die. And whenever she was a baby, everyone in her family died, and everyone that she comes into contact with somehow ends up dead. And yeah, that's really all I know. I'm not that far into it, but once I finish it, I'll tell you, and I'll hopefully be able to remember the main character's name. So, the Introverted Reader Book Club. I didn't have a book club pick. Well, I did have a book club pick for December, but I DNF'd it, and I just thought, you know what, let's just scrap it and we'll start fresh in January. And so we are. We are starting fresh in January with Wings of Ebony by J.L. Now, the poll ended up in a tie, but this has been on my TBR longer, so I was just like, you know what? Let's just read this one. So all I know about this one, oh, it's a signed first edition, by the way. This is signed by the author. All I know about this is that our main character is a black girl from Texas, I believe. She lives in Houston, and she is a demigod, basically. And that is all I know. And her father, who apparently abandoned her at birth, her godly father, I'm assuming, comes and takes her away from Houston after her mother gets killed. And but then she ends up going back to the human world to help out her sister, because her sister is getting wrapped up in very dangerous situations, and she needs to go back and help her sister out. So that's all I know about it, and I really hope to love it and enjoy it. So I'm going to be reading and reviewing this month. If you would like to join me, you are welcome to do so. And if you've read this already, let me know your thoughts. No spoilers, obviously, but let me know your thoughts on this. So that's those. And here, the rest of the books that I want to get to in January. Again, I might be biting off more than I could chew here, but Like a Curse by Elle McNichol. This is a sequel to Like a Charm, following our main character Ramya, who lives in Edinburgh with her parents, and she is able to see things that no one else can. Like, she can see fairies, she can see magical creatures, she can see all these things that are roaming about Edinburgh. And like, you know, there's fairies in Edinburgh. You know there are. Like, if you've been to that city, you get the vibe. But yeah, and her grandfather had this ability as well, and he basically sort of passed it on to her, and he gave her this book before he passed away with like all of his records of all the magic creatures that live there and how to protect them and stuff. So it's basically her job to do that. Been a while since I read Like a Charm, but I'll try and brush up a little bit and get the gist of what's going on, and then I'll dive into this one. I love Elle McNichol. Like, she's such an amazing author, and I really I just want to read more of her books, and I think she might be coming out with a new one soon, I think. But yes, hopefully I will get to that. Oh, this one is controversial. The controversial queen herself. Yes, this is on the TBR. It had to have happened sooner or later, lads, okay? It was sitting on my shelf just staring at me like, you gonna read me or what? You gonna read me or what? Like, what's going on? What's happening over there? So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna get the audiobook for it, and I'm going to read it, and whatever opinion I have of it after I'm done, or if I complete it, as hopefully, knock on wood, I don't DNF, but whatever opinion I have of this will be mine, my own, okay? So don't be sounding off in the comments being like, oh, it was awful, don't read it. Like, I'm gonna do what I want, Mary, all right? So, and whatever opinion I have of this after I'm done will be mine. Hopefully, me and you are gonna get along, okay? Hopefully we'll get along. But I don't know. If you want me to vlog my experience reading this, leave it in the comments, because I might do that. Finally, how long has this been on my TBR? I have the audiobook all ready to go for this book, and hopefully I'm almost done with the audiobook I've currently got going on, which is Aulta. That's the sequel to Nocturna by Maya Montagnier. So I'm nearly done with that, and I've got the audiobook ready for this. So yes, I really want to get to this, because the sequel is coming out in March in the UK. I think it's out already in America, but it's coming out in March here in the UK. So I want to read this before it comes out. So I will, I promise. And I also have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, because the audacity of me to have a Cassandra Clare book on my shelf that I haven't read yet. This is the Waterstones edition, by the way, with those bright edges. It's not signed, though, which is totally fine. But again, all I know about this is that I think we follow two main characters. One is an orphan, a thief, living on the street. And he bears a striking resemblance to the prince of this land. And he's basically brought in to be the prince's body double. And I think there's another main character we're following too. Hold on, let me see. Lynn Castor is an Ashkari physician, part of a community ostracized for its rare magical abilities, but after a failed well, one's a physician, one's a thief. They're brought together for whatever reason, I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this, because I've never read anything else by Cassandra Clare that wasn't Shadowhunters. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. So those are all the books that I've got in the pipeline let me get them all out here, that I've got on the pipeline here for January. Let's see them all. Let's see all these. I am almost done with The Beautiful. I feel like I might just sit down and finish that today. So yeah, that'll be one book down, and then I'll have all these left to go. Okay? But yeah, again, I might be biting off more than I could chew, but I'm going to try my best. That's all we can do. We can just try our best. So let me know what books you've got planned for January. And my year in books for 2023 will be coming. Let me set those down. Is gonna be coming next week, because I just thought, let's just get the basics out of the way. Let's just get the TBR out of the way, and then we will be talking about all the books I read in 2023 next week, because I'm working over this weekend. Wow. So anyway, hope you are all having a good day. Hope you had a good festive season, whatever it was you were doing. And yeah, again, happy new year. We're a whole new year. Like I'm wow, crazy. So love yous all. All my socials are down below: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me all over there, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.